Hello.
Hey, I'm the guest. Am I supposed to start this thing?
I don't know. Welcome to the PHNX Daily Bet Show. I'm Johnny Venerable. Thankfully, sans Shane O'Mac in favor of Mr. Gregory Esposito. Gregory, thank you for joining us. Espo.
Let's just say it. The stash is trash. If anybody's a baby on this show, it's Shane. Let's get all the big things out of the way here early on, Johnny. You take too much crap on this program.
I do. Thank God you're here. Shane's out to lunch, I'm sure, with his mom. She probably bought him Panera. They're probably out today. He's avoiding his responsibilities per usual. And it's up to me, with your help, to carry this program on my back like I've been doing for the better part of 10 weeks. And my bets showcase that, by the way. He got embarrassed last night when he picked the Rams. He was all over the Rams, wouldn't shut up about the Rams all weekend. And then yesterday, what happened? Whamp, whamp.
Oh, hey, for a Cardinals fan, I'll take that. I'm happy anytime the Rams can take it in the pants and Shane takes it in the bank account at the same time, and that's a win.
That's right.
Across the board. Right. I were you surprised? I mean, were you genuinely surprised at how bad the Rams played? I know you took 49ers plus 3.5, but I mean, that was an atrocious game for the Rams.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Espo. Shanahan's beat McVay 4 straight times, now 5 in a row. I just feel like there's too much noise with the Rams. I love it. I love that they went out and traded away picks for a broken down Von Miller that was being pancaked by George Kittle. I loved every part of that. I love the fact that they went out and thought Odell Beckham would fix an otherwise very capable already passing game. They got greedy. Then Robert Woods goes down on Friday with an ACL. Beckham is just not worth the headache at this point. Stafford's crumbling under the pressure of trying to win. He's not being hidden at that 10 a.m. kickoff start time that he has for the duration of his career in Detroit. Now he's on prime time every week, and he's peeing down his leg as a result. I've been on this train for that game says less about the Niners than it does about the Rams. The Niners are who they are. They're going to screw around, probably be somewhere around 500. They're a non-factor. Cardinals have already beaten them twice. I was just so convinced now. McVay is just too much in his own ego, and they got cute, Les Snead's. I don't need to spend picks. I'm going to trade them all away for these players that at the end of the day are too much of a handful. And that game last night, I should have I put my 401k on the Lions money line. Thankfully, that was a push. I should have done it with last night's game. That's how confident I was.
When you have to turn to a Lions quarterback in hopes of winning a Super Bowl, you've already made a giant mistake. Lions quarterback usually just is, that might as well just translate to the garbage can emoji.
My best friend in the state of Illinois, diehard Detroit Lions fan. So I've watched a lot more Lions football than I care to admit. And when I had Sunday Ticket and I lived in the Midwest, he would always come over and scam on the early slate of games. Cardinals would, of course, play later most days. And I'd be subjected to a lot of Matthew Stafford. And I saw this, right? Everybody would see the gaudy statistics and a lot of the comebacks that came up short. That's because he, with his interceptions and his turnovers, would put the Lions in unprecarious positions where they'd have to battle back. And his nickname, for a reason, is Stat Patford or Pad Statford or whatever you call it. So I'm just thoroughly enjoying watching McVay crumble under the pressure of, listen, at the end of the day, what made those early McVay teams great was the presence of a running game and an MVP caliber back in Todd Gurley. He's gotten away from that now, and I think that Cam Akers' preseason injury really affected how this team wanted to operate. Their identity is lost. They go into their bye week, I think, in disarray, and last night should only reinforce the fact that Cardinals, to me, are overwhelmingly the divisional favorite right now.
Oh, for sure. I would put heavy money on that the Cardinals wind up wrapping up this division. Look, LA is what you're saying. That Stafford just isn't what they were hoping for. You look at it in general, and I think there's an overhype factor to McVay too, and his coaching ability. It's going to be interesting when we get that final Rams-Cardinals matchup, what things look like in terms of the division standings. And if that's the death knell for the Rams in terms of the NFC West.
Yeah, totally agree. So as we pivot from a little Monday Night Football action to your baby, can I say that NBA basketball is your baby?
I didn't birth it. Maybe my adopted child. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to take too much credit, but yeah, I love me some NBA.
Okay, very good. Well, the Phoenix Suns have somehow won 9 in a row after a little bit of a shaky start.
Yep, 1 and
Have you
3, and
been
now they've won 9 in a row.
There you go. Well, have you been dabbling on the DraftKings Sportsbook
Ooh.
app in relation to some of the bets that could correlate with that win streak?
I believe you gentlemen call it a heater in the
Mm.
gambling world, and I've been on one of them. I so much so that I won $438 on the DraftKings Sportsbook app the other day, betting that
Oh.
Jay Crowder would score the first points in a Suns game. Like I full fledged. I told everybody to hit the Wolves last night at 4.5. Got that. Told them to take the Suns in the money line. Got that. Had actually almost called the exact win by. I had them at winning by 2. They won by 3. Previous night I had them winning by 22. They won by 24. I'm doing all right. I'm winning some scratch on the DraftKings app when it comes to the Suns on this run for sure.
That is what I like to see. I think it's underestimated just how many props you can bet on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. And by the way, the DraftKings Sportsbook app, official betting partner of both the NFL and the NBA. I believe right now new customers who bet just $1 on any team to score for the slate of NFL games this weekend can win $100 in free bets. When a team scores, you score. Just remember to use the code PHNX when you sign up. Plus 21 or over, Arizona only. Gambling problems, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for more details.
Yeah, when it comes to Espo and the DraftKings Sportsbook app, I am scoring like a frat guy in Old Town Scottsdale on a Saturday. That's how deep it. And I'm making me some scratch. I'm making that cash right now, and it's been fun.
I dig it, brother. Well, did you pick some games that you liked for tonight by chance? You have a chance to dabble?
I did. I mean, when you look at it, it's tough because there's only like 3 NBA games tonight, but I'm going to give you 2 I like here. Philly plus 10. Look, I get Embiid's out, and Ben Simmons is on some wanderlust journey or whatever he's doing. I don't know. But I still think plus 10, that's a lot of points to leave on the board. And Philly still has got some guys. You still got Doc Rivers coaching that team. I'm going to take Philly plus 10. And I got the Spurs plus 7.5 just because I really don't like that Clippers team. And it's just, I don't like, that's just a large number. I don't like that Clippers team. Give me the Spurs 7.5.
Ooh, I'm going to phase you on at least one of those with my picks tonight. I like the Clippers big. This Spurs team is one of the worst teams in the West. I think they are in total rebuild, tear it down mode. That once proud franchise is a shell of itself. The Clippers have more than enough talent to cover. And then I like the Warriors plus 3 tonight at Brooklyn, a Brooklyn team, again, that I think is fraudulent this year. They've taken away all the rules pertaining to James Harden, who looks, he's had a couple games, good games here and there. He's not the same player. Durant's going to be completely tapped out by the end of the season, having to carry that horrific roster. Yeah. Kyrie Irving, that debacle. I mean, it's too bad the Suns are not in the East because I feel like there is so much dysfunction with a lot of the top teams like Philadelphia. Of course, you have the defending Milwaukee Bucks, NBA champions, but between Philadelphia and Brooklyn, with just stars going awry and missing in action, whereas the West is pretty loaded, and I think it starts and ends with Golden State.
I think it's crazy that Golden State, you can get 3 points in that game with Golden State. Yeah. The way they've been playing, I get it. You know, it's the Nets, whatever. But man, that was another one I was looking at. But since you had taken it, I thought I'll be a gracious guest here and not step on your toes. I mean, yeah, I'm surprised. Speaking of fraudulent, Shane in the chat says it's impossible for you to keep my name out of your mouth. I mean, it is your show. I mean, I got to stare at your picture
That's
on this
right.
thing. So
We're
yeah.
gonna have that removed here pretty shortly, I think.
Well, I don't care either of us. I mean, it's we got to talk about you. I mean, Shane. I may not pay the rent at my mom's house, but I'm living rent free in your head as well. I don't know if that's as big of a dig as you think to Johnny there, my friend.
Yeah, is that a real thing? Come on. All right. Well, I don't want to plug Shane, but I will plug our phenomenal Go PHNX website, gophnx.com, which of course has access to our merch locker room. And Espo, you have one of the hottest shirts, I would say, in all of Valley right now, with our PHNX Coyote shirt. Why don't you show that off for the fine folks of the PHNX Bets Daily fandom? Look at that shirt.
Fun fact, my daughter named the coyote this morning. She named it Cody Coyote. I think we got to run with it now.
I like it a lot. GoPHNX.com. You want a membership. You want to be part of our family. Check out our monthly subscription. 50 cents for the first month. I believe $8.99 for the subsequent months. And then for that sweet deal, 12 months, you get a little bit of a discount. Keep me honest, Espo, $59.98, $89,
that is correct.
So you save a little coin on the front end when you pay up front for the year. Plus, you also get a free t-shirt, just like what Espo's got going. We've got phenomenal content from all of our talented writers covering all your favorite teams here in the Valley. And you get exclusive content that's in and out consistently, and all the deals on the phenomenal shirts and wear we have. Espo, thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
You know, if you become part of the family too, you get to go to our GM Saul Bookman's house for Thanksgiving, because it's all about family at Thanksgiving. So, and I hear he makes a mean turkey. So just be ready for that. Also, Johnny, I've always wanted to ask on this show, why do we not have an over under on how many Johnny hair flips we get in one PHNX bets? I think that could be interesting for the audience.
You know what, Espo? I invited you on this program today. I thought we were going to be able to square away in under 15 minutes and be cordial to each other. You are now banned from this program because of that question. I've seen now you're an imposter in favor of Shane, and I don't appreciate it.
Look, I said you're not a baby. I'm not going to go that route. I'm slightly an imposter. You got to remember, I'm sitting here in studio, so I could just take over the show whenever I want. You could have internet problems, and all of a sudden it's Espo and Shane on the PHNX Bets show.
That would break my heart. I've built this show from the ground up with my blood, sweat, and tears. Shane literally just hops on this bandwagon every day at noon. But yes, to the fine folks at CenturyLink in Maricopa, Arizona, damn you for what you've put me and my family through. It hurts me to my core. But in all seriousness, thank you, Espo. Thank you for those who have tuned in PHNX Bets Daily. We're live every day here at noon on the PHNX family of programming. Tonight, be sure to check out PHNX Cardinals Live with myself, the talented Kirsten Susel, and of course, former Cardinal great Frank Sanders, as we preview cards at Seahawks. Will Kyler Murray play? Find out that and more on the program. See you guys tomorrow.